I'm here just off the picturesque Thousand Islands Parkway at the old Cagers Resort, which has now been turned into a brand new addictions treatment facility. And I'm joined by Chris Fagan, the founder of the facility. And Chris, you have quite the story. You are a recovering fentanyl addict who has now opened 2 treatment centers in Ontario to help others who are going through a similar thing that you experienced. And this is your second. Tell us a bit about your story and how it's led to this today.
Well, in 2007, I was in a car accident, and that was my first time being introduced to opiates. And of course, at the time, we listened to doctors, and opiates became my life. It escalated from morphine to fentanyl to, starting to abuse it the last 2 years I was on fentanyl.
And now you've kind of gone through the recovery process, and you've channeled your efforts into opening your first treatment facility in Caledon, and now here at the Cagers Resort.
Yes, I went to rehab myself, and I came off fentanyl with very minimum withdrawals. And I thought, what better thing to do to help people? So I actually bought the place I was at.
Wow, that's amazing. And today is the kind of grand opening of this facility here in Thousand Islands. And it's an anniversary of sorts for you. Tomorrow marks what for you?
My 2 years sober.
Amazing. Well, Chris, can you give us a bit of a tour? Can you show us one of the rooms of the facilities?
For sure.
Could you have imagined a more beautiful environment to have a facility, a recovery facility like this?
No, it's great because the other thing is, leaving for Toronto for 2 years to open Canadian Addiction Rehab, coming back to my area is a really good thing.
Yeah. This is your home turf. You're from this area.
That's right. So this is a room. So there'd be 2 people per this room. So they have their own washroom, their own little kitchenette, TV, and 2 beds.
Was this renovated?
Yes.
How much work did you have to do to kind of get this into shape?
In money wise, a lot. But no, I did a lot of work in the last 3 months. We have an outside kitchen, so we can cook outside, and clients can have a very nice view of the Thousand Islands. Here is our dining room. So we have a 5-star chef who cooks their lunch, or breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A little bit of a lounge on this side. This used to be a bar, now it's a juice bar. It's more about the program I offer. We offer a program that's endorsed by McMaster's University, and it's about program. It's not about eating the best meals and that stuff. We do teach life skills, and it just gives them more time to work on their self and recovery.
Well, you attended the treatment facility in Caledon, which you now own, and your doctor, who helped you through your recovery process, is now one of the doctors that's working here at this facility. Oh,
and there she is.
Here she is. So this is Dr. Targal Ansari, addictions expert, and again, you helped Chris through his recovery process. And you also are an expert on the opioid crisis here in Canada. And what I'd like to ask you is just kind of what role treatment facilities like this and having more open up like this, what role does that play in kind of addressing this big crisis going on in Ontario and also in Canada as a whole?
So the problem that we have right now with fentanyl, with all the opioid, even prescribed medication, carfentanil has just been outrageous. We've had numerous amount of deaths, and it's just rising. So unfortunately, with the government facilities, there's not enough funds, and we don't have enough beds available. And what ends up happening is people just kind of go in. It's a quick Band-Aid solution, and out they go. So not really are we treating them through the core, and we're just getting them a Band-Aid on the solution, and out they go, and they're just coming into a revolving door situation almost. So with a facility like this, that I'm actually very happy to work in and be a part of, is that you look at the person as a whole. So from the moment that they walk in, it's all client-based, client's needs, client's treatment, physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. So just kind of dealing with them as a whole person and giving them the treatment that they need down to the roots, and not just putting a Band-Aid and out they go.
Thank you so much. We're going to continue on and keep seeing the rest of the facility. How many patients at one given time will you have here?
No more than 35. So it's about the person's recovery, and about the staff and able to give one-on-ones. So it's very important that way. We still have construction going on, so.
Yeah.
And this is our counseling office.
So people will be able to come in here and really just get support, I guess, looking at kind of, some of the kind of psychological and mental health kind of things that they're tackling.
Yes, for sure. We deal mostly with mental health and, the core issues of addiction.
And I understand there's a particular niche that you're also looking to make space for here, victims of human trafficking.
Yes.
Can you speak to that cause and what you're hoping to use this facility to do to kind of help some girls who may have ended up in that situation?
Well, it came to my knowledge 3 months ago, and I really didn't know what was happening in Canada to the scale it's happening. And I've teamed up with Victim Services, and together we're helping girls come off the streets and get the help that they need.
And I guess just to end off, you've come so far in the last 2 years, and now with this second facility, so many people will come through these doors that have experienced what you have. How does it feel to be giving back in this way?
There's no other feeling in the world. It's probably my best thing I do every day. The construction part of being here for 3 months took me away from my clients, but I'm happy that I'm back into it again. So.
Yeah, you're excited to get back in there and working with the clients?
I'm not a counselor, but I have a story, and my story helps a lot of people.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that story with us today.
Thank you.